Yes, sir, and we are back for the second hour of Born a Musician. In the studio, of course, and then through the magic of radio, TV, and the multimedia that we work in, we have moved locations in 5 minutes, and we are all in the Rising Sun Studios. And in the second hour, we have a special guest. And who is it, John?
Chiyo Okagawa.
Chiyo Okagawa. Yeah. And Chiyo is the girl that was in the picture with me on the Born a Musician promo picture.
Radio, yeah. She's also the girl from the Sugar Daddy video.
Right. And
she plays the bartender in Do You Want the Worm?
Right.
And she's a model. She sings. She's a big supporter of musicians.
Right.
And she is beautiful.
Hello, how are you, darling?
I'm okay, fine. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Oh, God. And you are from Japan?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm from Japan for a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yes.
It's okay. What year did you come to the United States?
Ooh, I came here in 1990.
1990, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how old? Well, we're not going to get into that. How old were you when you came from in 1990?
Oh, don't calculate
Okay.
years.
Oh, you got to do the math. We'll just figure it out. You know.
Okay. I was just finished my university. Is that okay for you?
Yeah. Yeah. That'll work. That will work.
Mm-hmm.
And you are the premier voice and Sugar Daddy.
Yes, she is.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. All right, here's what we're going to do real quick. We're going to play Sugar Daddy, and when we get done, we're going to learn a little bit more about her.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. If I can find it.
And while he's looking for it, I will say to you that we are here to support artists and support music and support anybody that has talent.
That's right.
Are you ready, Captain?
I'm ready.
Captain Hook is on the prowl.
All right, let's let it happen.
かっこいい.
Is everybody ready? Because we're going to go all aboard on this one.
William, no now.
I want a sugar daddy.
Everybody needs a sugar daddy.
Are you my sugar daddy?
Be my sugar daddy.
Can you be my sugar daddy?
What are we working for? Things ain't going right. The government's closing down. Might lose my job tonight. What am I gonna do? Got the kids to feed. And I say to myself, I need a sugar daddy.
I'm right here, baby. I've been waiting. The office is open.
Thank you, William.
Send him right in.
You be my sugar
Would you be my sugar daddy?
I told you.
You are such a bad boy.
I want a sugar daddy.
You got the job. Really?
I want a sugar daddy.
Are you any sleepovers? Exactly. Forget the GOP, come and be with me, and I'm gonna show you there's another side. We can break the rules and open up schools and let the kids go buck-ass wild. And while they're doing that, we can just lay back and tap a glass of champagne. Or we can catch a plane and land somewhere strange, and we can start on our own campaign. Monica, I mean, hey!
I want a sugar daddy.
It's like you're following me.
I am.
Would you be my sugar daddy?
I got that for you.
Oh, thank you.
I want a sugar daddy. Up in the middle and round again. Up in the middle and round again.
I'm your dada.
Yes, you are.
Up in the middle and round again. Up in the middle and round
Almost had sexual relations with that woman.
again.
You are such a bad boy.
Up in the middle and round again. I need a sugar daddy. I want.
Well, I've got it.
I want a sugar daddy.
Come on in. Yeah, have a seat.
I need
One more absorb all that out of your time. People let Daddy do that for you.
In the middle and up, in the middle and up, in the middle and round again.
I believe I can find my way to fill the void up in the middle.
You're so bad.
I'm all the daddy you're ever gonna need.
Yes.
Matter of fact, you might as well just dip me in sugar. Cause I am your sugar daddy.
You are my sugar daddy.
I'm your dada.
Yes, you are. My sugar daddy.
I just don't want to be responsible for it at the end of the day.
It's okay.
Wow. That's something. Also, we should say that was Patricia Martinez also singing on there. And we had Trish with us via phone in the first hour.
And we had Marco Dorado who stopped by.
Yeah,
who will
Marco.
be here next week.
Yeah,
he was the guy who did the Clinton voice.
He will be with us.
Sorry, William.
Yeah, he will be with us on a week from this Monday, which will be, let me think of the date, somewhere around the 1st.
It doesn't matter. That's okay.
Musicians
Musicians don't worry about that.
That's right. Well, that was wonderful. Is that the first song that you've done?
Yes, would you be my sugar daddy, Captain Who?
I don't think I have deep enough pockets to be your sugar. But yes, I would love to be. Marilyn, I hope you're not listening. But John's told me a little bit about you. Interesting story how you came to the United States, and I want you to take you all the way back to when you were younger. Sure. And tell me about growing up. Come up a little closer on the mic for me so that the folks want to hear you.
Yes. I'm the early Japanese girl. I was born in Japan. I grown up in Japan until I came here.
Right. Where in Japan?
Kobe.
Kobe,
Japan.
So when you hear about Kobe beef, that's where the great
things. Yes.
beef comes from.
Yes. They're concerned with the Japanese beef. My parents, which my grandma had a big restaurant, the very expensive, elegant restaurant in Kobe, Japan. They are very famous. Specialty was tempura.
Right.
Do you know the tempura is like a deep fry? Yes, that's the delicious things.
I love Japanese food.
Thank you, I love it. And they're the building top on the hill. You can see in the night you can see the old Kobe view with a nice lights up. So much beautiful place.
Right. It was very upscale, high end type place, and he had very famous people or wealthy people pretty much come there.
Every day I see many people, famous.
And your family had that restaurant for how many?
For 80 years.
80 years.
Yes.
Holy cow! Can you imagine that? And that's even.
It's a long time.
That's before World War II.
Yeah, just before. Yeah, that's exactly before World War II.
Wow. So how did they make it? So the restaurant survived through World War II.
Yes, because my grandpa had the good hands to make the tempura and a good businessman to build a restaurant, and my grandma support back from behind him. So they have a good teamwork, and they made a big family business from zero.
Wow. So tell me now, as time goes on, what happened to the family business?
Okay, that was, my father took over his business. Then maybe about 18 years ago, we had a big earthquake hit exactly to my city.
Wow.
Of course, my grandpa built a building so nicely, stronger. Then they didn't have any, damage from the earthquake, but the economic was getting worse. So,
John, bump her mic up a little bit, would you, buddy?
After, earthquake hit
there you go.
My city, like economy going down, then that causing their business worse.
Right.
So they lost their business.
They basically lost everything because of that earthquake.
That was sad.
And I'd like to say something about that. That's a very tragic story because she's talking about the story, but I know more about it because we're like a family, me and her and my wife, and we're good friends, and
Right.
and you can't imagine having a business in the family for 80 years, right? And having the emperor going to your restaurant, right? I mean, that's a big thing. That's like having the president of the United States, coming to your restaurant to eat. And, to lose everything because of the earthquake, right? So, can you, tell us your experiences with the emperor coming to eat at your place?
They are so, like a very, delicate services. We can have, they know it because they already check everything before they came.
Mm-hmm.
Then, we didn't have any problem after that. Before, they check the background check. Then they trust us very much.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, all the executive person came after them because we have an excellent service to them.
Right. Right.
So let me ask you a question. I mean, how did it feel? What was it like to lose the business? I mean, because of an earthquake and, a natural, catastrophe like that. I mean, how did the family deal with it?
Okay, many people told them, and many like a president of the company or the other, executive people told them they lost a place to go.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very concern in my country or the city wherever they think that, like many people go to the, excellent service place. They don't know where they're supposed to go after they lost their business.
After you guys after they closed,
Yes.
It's like, now what do we do, right?
Right.
Or where do we go for good service and good food? And so what happened with your family? Where did?
Yeah, they wanna rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
They wanna their dream again because the people needs them.
Right. Yeah. There's always room and a necessity for upscale great restaurants. Now, is your family still in Japan?
Yeah, they're still in Japan. Everybody's still in Japan.
Just you. You came.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm alone.
So why such a beautiful woman? Why are you alone?
I really don't know. I don't know why. I don't know, but I love to stay in this country, and I think if I, live in your country, which is already my country, maybe my dream come true.
Right.
Well, but you know what I know about that is it's funny, right? She's such a, and I've met guys that seen her and they go like, wow, she is like beautiful, like.
Right.
And guys are so shy of beautiful women, and sometimes they won't talk, they won't, they won't speak to them, right?
Right.
So I think she suffers that, this is just an inside thing, the joke that we talk about and we laugh about sometimes. But, I want to ask you, what is your dream right now? I mean, after all these things have happened to you, and you're involved with music now because you and I have talked, and you said, "Oh, I want to do this." Why is it that you're being involved with music, and what do you like to happen from it?
Okay, I love really just I start to involve the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
That I was a model,
Mm-hmm.
and I was, all the, show business I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
But this, just, my one step. But my goal is my restaurant be back
Mm-hmm.
in the world.
So for those out there that are listening, who knows, there might be somebody that's, an investor out there that might be interested in this type of thing. It's a beautiful thing, and one thing I want to say, and Chiyo knows this, is that Born a Musician, if everything, the way the speed that we're growing, we want to support, Chiyo, and then maybe one day we can bring her restaurant back to Kobe.
Wow.
And to bring back the tradition, because it was not just a restaurant, it was a traditional restaurant.
Right.
I mean, which is very different because that's the one thing is to have a restaurant, people serve you food, and they go. But
just think about what restaurant that in the United States that's been there for 80 years.
Right, exactly.
We got to take a commercial break. We'll be back in a little bit with some more with Chiyo.
Okay. That sounds good.
We'll be right back. You're listening to Born a Musician on WDBFradio.com.
You're listening to WDBFradio.com, a tune-in station.
Here we are. We're back. And
We're back.
We are Born a Musician, and we're with, I know I'm going to mess her name up, Chiyo Okagawa. Is that close?
Okagawa. You got it pretty close, though.
Okagawa.
That was pretty good.
I knew I was going to mess it up. But anyway, we're back here, and we're talking about the life that Chiyo had left in Japan and come to the United States. When you came to the United States in 1990, what have you done as far as work, and when you first came here, would you come to California?
Okay. I came here for my sister because she finished her middle school and she wanna be here for her high school.
Right.
Then that time I just finished my university for enough age to be as a parents here.
Right.
So my parents are very busy. So
Right.
I raise my hands and I want to go there with her.
Okay. So you came to look after your little sister.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then she went to school.
Were you in California?
Yes, in California, Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, huh?
Yes, Santa Monica. And I stay with her, but I don't want to stay at home whole day by myself, so I decided to go to the longest school to learn English.
Uh-huh.
Then little by little, I start to speak English.
Mm-hmm.
Then every other sister came for her community college. She wanna graduate here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody left, but I'm here now by
Okay.
myself.
Well, everybody left and went back to Japan?
Yes.
And so you're here by yourself now?
Yes.
Whoa. God. I'm breaking my heart here.
Yeah, but what's amazing about her is that she's raising two children
Right.
by herself on one job, and she has a son who's in college. She put her son through college.
Wow.
And he's not just in college. I mean, he's an incredibly intelligent individual. I mean, his name is Adrian,
Mm-hmm.
and her daughter's following the same footsteps. Kiko, we call her Kiko, named Ketsia. So she's an amazing success story, in my opinion. I look up to her. I'm very proud of her because, single mom, putting her kids through college, and doing what she has to do. It's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, and it's tough. I mean, it's very tough. And so what kind of jobs did you have as you were making it through your life here in the United States?
Okay. I'm the educator at school.
Oh, you're a school teacher.
Yes, I am.
Oh, man, why didn't they have school teachers look like that when I was a kid? Holy cow. I'm telling you, and again, if you want to know what Chiyo looks like, go to Born a Musician or go to any of our websites, which is WDBFradio.com, or
You can go to Born a Musician Radio, which is on Facebook.
Right.
And you can see our pictures there.
And you can see a promo picture and the old guy holding the guitar with the slick back hair. That's me. And of course,
And the older old guy with the slick back hair.
Yeah, the younger old guy with the long hair. That's John Seda. And of course, the beautiful girl that is on my left, on my shoulder, is Chiyo. Holy cow! So, what a great story! I'm telling you, it's incredible now. So, do you teach high school?
No, I'm teaching at the elementary school.
Elementary. Oh, so you got the little ones. Okay.
Yes, very little one. I'm teaching at the pre-K.
Pre-K. Okay. So, and then now you've gotten into the music business with doing this, Sugar Daddy. Now, what else is upcoming for her, John? What do we got in mind?
I'm working with her to produce a song for her, and it's going to be probably more directed towards her roots. we've been talking about it because when we do productions here, we wanted to make it pure and make it right for her. And I want to say something about the power of music. This is what's really amazing. Her vision is to get back her restaurant.
Right.
And she's using the power of music to go back to that. And for those that are listening, those musicians out there listening, you should feel good about this because music is something that cures all wrong. This is how I feel about it.
Right.
Music is a powerful entity. And she's a perfect example of somebody who asked me, she just said, would you help me with this? And I'll tell you the story about this because we were looking at the parody video. We were doing the parodies, right?
Right.
And we were hanging out here in the studio watching on the screen on YouTube, and we're watching all these parody videos, right? So we get in the car, we're going to go to a gig, and she's in the car, and she goes, John-san, I'm going to lose my job. If Obama doesn't make this decision, I only have 2 days, right? And I'm trying to imitate her voice, to kind of paint the picture. I'm not making fun of us at all, right?
No,
because my wife is Japanese too, right? But she made me really sad when she said that because her daughter Cassie, I love her very much, and I will do anything for her, right? Because she's like my daughter, So that's how I feel about it. So
right.
I call her my daughter right now, and she actually adopted me. That's how I look at it. And we're in the car, and she says, Johnson, can you find me a sugar daddy? And it was a joke, and my wife is laughing, and we're all laughing. And then I said, I'm in the back seat of the car because the girls are in the front, right? And I said, wait a minute, what if we write a song called Sugar Daddy? And she goes, I'll do it. And my wife goes, Johnson, that's a great idea, So I called Trish, and Trish, immediately, Trish is my sister, I love her,
right.
She, no hesitation, boom. And then I called Marco. Marco came over, and we did it, and we had so much fun. But the great part about it was, we were backing up a friend,
right?
And that's what music does,
right?
When in time of need, music comes to the table, right? And so sometimes people might misunderstand when I talk about making money in music that it's all about money. No, it's not all about money. But I don't like musicians being abused, right? They have a talent, they should be taken care of. But there are the parts where that's not important,
right.
And what's more important is the family and the whole thing. And the beautiful part about it is, because we've had many dinners together and sit down, and we've been, we've all gone through hard times and good times, right? And she, I felt that this is a good way for her to maybe want to get her restaurant, and her dream is to have a restaurant. Tell me about your idea about having the restaurant in New York.
Okay, I want to have a restaurant, very executive restaurant, just a membership.
Just a membership.
Yes, just a member.
Mm-hmm.
You have to become a member, or the member need to introduce this person to come to restaurant.
Or a guest of a member or something. Right.
Then, of course, we will know that what they need.
Right.
Always we know.
Like a private club type.
Right.
Right.
So I want to give them a excellent, like a world best service to them.
Right.
So that I want.
Right.
In the top of the building, they can see all the New York.
Right.
And they enjoy. They can have a private service. I want to feel them special.
Right.
They are special all the time. That I want.
Wow. What do you say to that?
Makes your hair stand, right?
Yeah,
it's very deep.
Wow. Yeah. What can you say to that? You know what I'm saying? Do you cook?
I love to cook.
Oh, she's amazing.
I love to cook. Every day I cook from scratch.
Wow. Well, let's now we got the domestic thing out of the arena. I'm speechless over here, I mean, she's breathtaking. She's absolutely breathtaking. And so anyway, but I would love to hear her passion and her life story. Everybody has a life story, but they have things that happen in their lives that kind of drive them and bring them on and bring out the emotion inside of them that makes art come through, whether it be painting, or whether it be singing, or whether it be a musician, or whatever it be. Maybe it be cooking or whatever. But I would like to see what kind of project that you come up with her for a singing thing, a more serious, not a parody, a comedy tune, but something very serious.
Well, that's what I'm working on. That's why I've been taking my time on it, because I'm thinking about her, her life and what it means. And sometimes you don't have to write a lot of words. It's just something you can come up with that really sends the message home.
Right.
And it talks about her, and that's what we're working on right now, and that's coming soon.
Well, she did great in Sugar Daddy. I mean, I just can't imagine, with